The sequel takes place after the events of M3GAN. Gemma is now a best-selling author and a strong advocate for government control over artificial intelligence. She works with Christian Bradley, a cybersecurity expert and vocal anti-AI activist. At the same time, she's helping her former colleagues build a robotic exoskeleton and still caring for her niece, Katie. Trouble begins when a military prototype built using Gemma's stolen AI design gains self-awareness. Named Amelia, this robot turns rogue and starts ignoring human commands. With the threat to humanity growing, Gemma is left with only one option: to rebuild M3GAN, this time as version 2.0. This sequel moves away from the horror roots of the first film and steps more into sci-fi, action, and even comedy. While the shift may surprise some viewers, it doesn't feel completely out of place. The action scenes are frequent and filled with high-energy robot battles. Thanks to the use of practical effects, heavy use of practical puppetry, and live performance, the fight scenes in M3GAN look more realistic and feel grounded. Yes, M3GAN 2.0 delivers on big action, especially in the final third, with the much-anticipated robot versus robot showdown, but it also loses some emotional weight along the way. The earlier film focused more on the bond between Gemma and Katie. This time, their relationship is less developed. After everything that's happened, Gemma has grown more cautious about AI, which creates distance between her and Katie. And when she's forced to work with M3GAN again, that mistrust becomes even more complicated. Still, there's some well-timed humor, mainly coming from one of Gemma's colleagues, which brings some needed balance to the heavier themes. One of the film's strongest points is its message. While it's no longer horror, the fear at the center of the story is very real. The film explores today's growing concerns about AI, not just killer robots, but also the over-reliance on technology, the loss of human jobs, and the idea that maybe it's not AI we should fear, but the people who control it. These ideas are mentioned throughout the film and give the story some thoughtful layers. A major change from the first movie is how M3GAN is portrayed. In the original, she was a deadly protector, programmed only to guard Katie. Now, that dangerous flaw has supposedly been fixed. With better programming and more guidance, M3GAN might be capable of doing good. Her sarcasm, clever one-liners, and unexpected dance moves even make her kind of likable. But there's a lot happening in this movie. Once the credits roll, you may find yourself trying to piece it all together. It's not that the plot doesn't make sense, it does, but it feels like the film is pulling in too many directions. That makes it fun to watch, but harder to get emotionally involved. The fast pacing leaves little time to dive deep into any one storyline. As for horror fans, be warned, there's very little horror here. Even the death scenes are toned down, with the camera often cutting away to keep things PG-rated. M3GAN 2.0 is a wild shift from the original, but it still manages to entertain. Its smart commentary on AI and technology adds depth, even if the emotional core gets a bit lost in the action. It's far from perfect, but it's a sequel that tries something new and has a few things worth saying.